This is Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls.
Welcome to Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. I'm Maisie from New York City. I'm 8 years old and I'm interviewing Jameela Jamil, who is the narrator of last week's episode of Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. If you haven't heard last week's episode, now's a good time to go back and check it out. Jameela, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Jameela Jamil. I'm an actress, a writer, a host, and mostly I'm an activist. I Weigh is a global movement that I started in 2018 to challenge the way that we measure our worth. Women in particular are told that our value can be determined on a weighing scale, in pounds or in kilos. But that's not true. It's who you are inside that counts. That's the only thing that matters. Who you are and what you do in your life to make yourself and other people happy. It's kind of like a mental health movement. It's just designed to make you feel better about yourself and the world that you're living in.
Greta was bullied. How do you deal with bullies online and offline?
Bullying is sometimes really hard to deal with, and I think the only thing you can do to protect yourself is to disengage. Just turn yourself away from whatever it is online or offline that is hurting you and make sure that you are surrounded by people who make you feel good about yourself. You always reserve the right to protect yourself, and that means distancing yourself from anything and anyone who makes you feel bad.
What gives you hope when you're worried about our planet's future?
I think Greta is what gives me hope. Not just Greta, but also watching all of the people around the world that mobilize with her. The way that they educate themselves and each other is something that restores my faith in humanity and makes me believe that we have a chance to save this planet while we can. And another thing that gives me hope is knowing that each one of us can make a difference. You don't have to be a superhero. You don't have to be famous. Each one of us in our own little way can do something to save the planet. And really, it's only each of us doing our own one thing that will really make a difference around the world.
Thanks, Jameela. If you like this show, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen and share it with all your friends. Stay Rebel!